Hello and welcome to today's content, which is just going to be talking about the coming news for July 21st, the thoughts and planning and other stuff that I've been thinking about up to right now. This is mostly just going to be reviewing all the stuff and like we'll be getting and or announced. So yeah, it's not going to be too long, but yeah, without further ado, let's begin. First things first, Summer Lilith and Summer Katone were both announced. That means they will be coming this Wednesday. First off, I have to say for Summer Lilith, and I won't be getting too deep into them, but she does have Immortal Spirit on her sub-job. She has a base of 4 defense. With her EX passive, she's able to get a base of 16 defense quite easily. She has a 40% defense penetration on her passive. She uses bows, which means Platinum Bow and Killer Bow are both going to be very nice to use on her, depending on if you want up to 60% defense penetration without using any buffs, or if you want a little bit more missile damage with the Killer Bow. Just in terms of like damage modifier, not the penetration. Her EX buff is going to be Supercharged EX. It also gets HP drain at the same time. It loses the cast time, which is a good thing, so it's insta-cast. And it has a lower AP cost, very nice to have. 100% hit barrage is going to be very, very strong. And Missile in Peril is very unique, because she is one of the only ones that will have it in the game so far. And this is going to be on her limit break. So yeah, overall I think Summer Lilith, even if they don't get any global buffs, I do think Summer Lilith is probably a not bad pull at all. Like, she just has a very good kit, Mortal Spirit as well, and she hits decently hard, so it's pretty good in my opinion. Now moving to Summer Katone. She has 13 base spirit. She has a 40% spirit penetration on a passive. She has a magic barrier for herself, 50% 3 times. She does use maces, which is I'll be talking about in a little bit. It's kind of sad. Heart-like Needles is a EX buff that also grants slash resistance by 25% to her allies, which is pretty good because it gives it to allies. Keep in mind now that she does not have any magic attack penetration, which most of her damage will be coming from unless you use the Rune Knight subjob, which she only has one very hard hitting ability, which is the, I think, Hazard Slash. But yeah, it's very niche. She does not have enough like ways to get around. Because of that, she does have good spirit penetration, so if you do have the silver rimmed glasses, you can get up to 60%. However, you really should want to use Fury Surge and or her other buffs, because Fury Surge will give her at least the 50% magic attack penetration. Same with the Soul of the Masa, but keep in mind, because she is limited to maces, which is kind of sad because staffs have so much more better flexibility because of what they have, literally just so good. They have magic attack penetration from Cypress Pile. They can just go straight up more magic from like the Magistral Rod, and if you wanted like a lot of light damage or holy damage or lightning, you can use the Primus, forgot the second part of the name, but yeah, the light staff pretty much. So yeah, the staffs have so much more variety. Maces is just gonna be either platinum staff or healing, no, not staff, sorry, platinum rod or healing rod. Keep in mind for healing rod, it does have healing abilities. It's possible that Katone can use this to like kind of be a support at the same time, but keep in mind this is the only thing she'll have for support. Other than that, I would focus more on her using her magic barrier for herself, as well as like the Heart-like Needles buff / resistance as well. But yeah, outside of that, she's very easy to mitigate damage from if you're using a magic attack type tank. So if you're using like Fryavia, even Fryavia being ice type, she can still easily reach like above 80% magic attack resistance, like quite easily. So it's like she's a little bit outdated in my opinion. That's just how I see it. Same with her abilities. I will have a character review, unit review for both of these, and I will say Summer Katone does not meet my expectation of what I want her to be. However, for both of these units, if and only if they do get like a global buff or something, maybe it might switch around. But if there are no changes, I think only Summer Lilith barely makes it out of like you should pull for this unit in my opinion type of thing, or like you can skip but it's not bad to have. Other than that, Summer Katone is on kind of like the other end of things. She could be a very fun unit, especially because she is a fire type and magic, meaning you can pair her with like rain and just do like fun shenanigans like that. But I'm just talking about the overall aspect of things, because technically speaking, if Winter Victora did get her EX, she could easily just destroy Summer Katone. Like, just yeah, you get the point what I'm saying. I'm sorry, I'm like just rambling on, but yeah, okay. We'll go to the next slide. And for this slide, when are we getting our EX for Winter Venera and Victora? It's been so long that we were expected to have it much earlier, and the developers even said we will be getting it earlier for the winter units. They might be waiting for us until winter until they get it, but by the time they get there, are they gonna be useless? Are they gonna kind of like lose a lot of their shine? Like, it just doesn't feel that great right now having to wait this long. When we pulled them back like a while back, we were kind of expecting them to get their EX quote unquote on schedule with like Japan, which was a few months back around. No, it was like definitely months back, but yeah, and we still don't have it. I don't know what they're really trying to do, if they're trying to just slap it in randomly when like Charlotte comes in, or like is it gonna actually just wait until winter, because then they literally lied to us on giving us the EX earlier than quote unquote intended. I just don't know how they're gonna be working around it, but we'll have to see. Also, will they be getting any like global buffs to stay more relevant? Kind of like what Summer, Katone, and Lilith are kind of struggling with, is that since they don't have their mono team buffs like on their master ability, unless they do get it from the global like side, but if they don't, then it's gonna be kind of depressing and sad. They're just gonna be outdated units that there's no real benefit to be pulling them, especially with future units coming out like we already know ahead of time. Outside of that, when is the Holy Flan raid as well? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of 2B like users out there, even Zazan can use it too, that kind of just want to use like an extremely strong evasion unit, like without having to worry too much on the RNG side of things, unless the opponent does have 100% hit. But yeah, I do believe Santa Claus should be like due. I thought they were gonna delay it because of like 2B kind of just destroying a lot of people at the time. However, they did release us Sweetheart Salir, and she's permanent, which kind of throws that completely out the door. Are they not doing it yet? Like we don't know. That I'm really curious as to when they're trying to give it to us. Outside of that, we do have Muraga's selection quest coming soon, so I hope people got their Earth units ready for that. I hope I have the units for that too. I think I have mostly just Mont ready, the regular MR Mont, but we'll have to see. Moving on, Charlotte might be coming very soon, just like according to the schedule from the Japan side of things, and moving over here, she should be coming soon. I also say that they're also kind of alluding to it with the equipment training quest. There is no reason for a Coral Sword to really be coming out right now, because we don't really have any lightning units, unless they do like a global special unit or like just a surprise lightning unit release that can use the sword. Really, it just boils down to pretty much Charlotte only. Like, there's not really anyone else. We're not gonna get like a surprise Final Fantasy Tactics like rerun right now. It's impossible, because Japan hasn't even gotten it yet, and they should be getting it later because they have something else going on. Also, the Platinum Ace will be very good, especially for Summer Katone. If you do pull for her and want her to use it and you do not have a mace, you should definitely use this, or like farm it at least. Moving on to the challenge mission that I actually really like doing. This time around, if you beat the Nightmare difficulty quest by yourself, solo player, not multi, you get the title Technician, which is pretty cool. However, if you do the multi quest, the brutal version, you get the title Midsummer Adversary. But what you really want is going to be the Nightmare version, where you get Seasoned Professional. So I hope this is going to be actually pretty challenging. I didn't really look into it on Japan side of thing, if they got it and or what it is. I just kind of want to do it. It's content to do, and I feel like it's gonna be fun using different units. Like, hopefully it's not just like slapping the strongest tanks in the game and the support and just clear it. I hope. We'll have to see. So for this side, I'm gonna just be real quick about it, because there's not too much to say. It's just gonna be a new guild battle map change, finally, outside of the other ones from like, was it Mines 2 or something, Interior Mines. But yeah, that one was very, very rough to play if you do not have Helena, because it's so easy to make up a setup that has a tank, has Helena, and then you can do whatever you want on the third slot and you can still be fine. It just works. So hopefully this map is going to be changing it up a bit. Also, we can see obviously missile attack up is going to go up. We're probably expected to see Corwell's, Frederica's, maybe Victora Winter with the Titus buffing her. We'll have to see, because thanks for the votes, vision card at least gives her a bit of damage. I do feel like she will be lacking a little bit without her EX, but we'll have to see. Outside of that, definitely Summer Lilith would be very good on this map, because it's pretty much quote unquote made for her in that regard. But yeah, we'll have to see. And of course, as always, we do have the return of Class Match, which is very sadly, they didn't really change anything from the last one. Like, still 540 cost, it's arena. This one, just slapping black robed Helena. Just there is a very small amount of compositions if you're making it to the top outside like evasion units that you can use in when the other opponent just has Helena. This map was very not innovative, and that's in my opinion. But also, I mean, at least Quick and Haste are gone. However, that does not mean the CT from Keenblade and or Ildira's like Limit Break or other abilities does not mean that is gone. So you can still use that for cheese as well. So it's like, well, I guess it's just gonna be another class match like last time with nothing changed. So for Japan side of things, from what we've seen, especially on like Reddit, if you've been roaming there and or just like their news itself, we do know they have the Final Fantasy 15 collaboration coming to them, where you get Prompto, you get Noctis, and Aranea, I believe. And from here you can see from the elemental types, Prompto is going to be Dark, Noctis is going to be Earth, and then Aranea is going to be Ice. I do believe they said that Prompto will be free, which is going to be nice to have. Overall, the elements, however, are kind of weird. I do, just like off the top of my head, if they were to come into global side right now, I think Prompto might be really strong because he does have an ability that works off of Dark Imperil, which both Dwayne and Helena are very, very almost uncontested units right now, like in terms of like power in the game right now. And Prompto being able to work off that is going to be really beneficial to him. And being a missile dark unit is one of the first of his kind, outside of like Ryu. But I mean, he's MR and his stats are significantly not where it needs to be. But yeah, in that regard, Noctis being Earth means it does open up a lot of options, especially in the future. We have Oberon, or for global side, we do have Zazan. So we will have to see how that works out. If, yeah, I think it would actually be kind of good. And then we'll have to see. I know I say that a lot, but we really do have to see. I will say Aranea's being an ice type, I don't know how I feel about that. We'll have to see her full kit and just see how viable they are. I feel like we don't really see too many ice units in general. They're kind of getting like the short end of the stick. Like, how many, if people are watching like a lot of Japanese players, how many times or how many like percentages have people seen in like competitive play? Have you seen like Barrett? Have you seen any just ice units in general outside of like Gilgamesh or like Sweetheart Solir? Like it's almost zero. Like we just don't see them as much anymore. Like it's very sad because of how strong the fire units are in general. So we'll have to see. Also, on the right side, you're probably wondering now, this was translated from the news in JP side of things. I will say right now, disclaimer, this could be translated incorrectly, it could be photoshopped, anything, but I did just see it, so I'm just posting it out there, where JP might be getting a limited time content in which like there's gonna be a guild raid specifically for only guild members, and it's gonna be like kind of like a guild boss in terms, if people play like other gacha games or like other like mobile games in general, not only gacha, like sometimes gachas don't even have it, that they have like, kind of like a clan boss or like a raid boss, and having this like being announced for Japan side of things is actually kind of really exciting, because I was kind of hoping for something like this to work with your guildies, because I feel like the only thing you really do with your guild is gonna just be doing guild war and then nothing else. Yes, you can do raid with them, but because everyone wants to kind of like min-max their own time, it's kind of hard to like continuously like get people, join them, attack, like assign and go around circle. Like you can do it, but it's just a lot of time. We're looking for more like kind of like automated stuff like this, which might be much more fun and or beneficial. But yeah, that's on the JP side of things. And keep in mind that translated part, do not take it word for word, and or if it's even true at all, because it could be photoshopped. I just don't know. I'm just saying I found it, I posted it. I'm hoping it's true, because that'd be amazing if it does come eventually to global side. Something to look forward to. And with that, we arrived to the end of the video. As always, if you liked my just thoughts and coming news stuff to think about, please leave a like and subscribe or a comment. Like, let me know what you think about like what I said, if like you watched it all. But yeah, honestly, I feel like there's a lot of things that should be in the game that are not yet, so it's more of like a matter of patience. I do believe the devs are kind of working hard, but I will say there are also some strange decisions they are making, such as like, why do we not have the Holy Flan yet, raid yet? I know the timing wise it was kind of bad, but seriously, like, it's kind of shafting a lot of 2B users earlier on. Like, now we have even Zazan, so it's like, how are they going to be handling that? Moving on from that, also, like, yeah, we'll just have to see what we're getting. Hopefully everyone that has been raiding like got what they needed. And soon we're going to be having class match, we're going to be having summer units, and our 1.5 year anniversary is coming soon. I wonder what we'll be getting there, and or if Zazan was kind of just released early for that and they just want to release Final Fantasy VII on time during that. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. And yeah, until next video, peace out.